What you're looking at here is the pride of 1975's whole house entertainment system. Actually, it's a whole house intercom system with music. As an AM/FM radio with options for remote phonograph and tape. This was new in 75, powered up in 76. I know the guy who installed it as well as built the house. He still lives in it. This thing was powered from 76, barring a couple of power failures, until a couple of months ago. The reason I'm sort of holding it up is because it has no enclosure. Here's the back of it. It's powered with a 16 volt 1 amp transformer that's located somewhere else in the house. It has provisions for external speakers and microphones in I don't know how many different rooms. It has an interface for a security system. There's one date code I can see on this little filter. It's 7308. There may be some more date codes. If I find them, I'll mention them. This unit was designed to fit in a cavity wall, so it was flush with this surface, and everything behind it fits in a 3.5 inch cavity. So it fits in a standard 16-inch studded wall using 2x4s. The complaint is it's intermittent. The gentleman who installed it and owns the home gave me the original installation instructions, rough-in individual unit drawings. I found on the web the original NuTone service manual. And you'll see this thing was designed to be the control unit, so to speak, for 6 or so indoor-outdoor speakers, some additional patio speakers, a front doorbell and speaker, 8-track tape player or record player, a fire alarm system, a doorbell chime, and well, that's about it. So I needed 16 volt power, 16 volt AC power. I derived that with a 25 volt transformer and a variac. I believe AC connects here. The first thing I did was hook an ammeter up in line with the 16 volt power supply. Now the unit on the front is turned off. I'm not sure that powers down the unit entirely. But we don't see any current flow. Alright, there we go with the ammeter. So that's well within the ratings. That's 180 milliamps. I guess I'm going to have to hook the antenna wires up. I really hate to do that. In order to hook the antenna wires up, I got to remove this circuit board. It's only 2 screws, I think. But it means I have to disturb this dial cord. And dial cords are a terrible thing for me. You understand that this is tuned with this knob. So rotating this knob, which is a vertical shaft, rotates this. It also moves this indicator, which you can't hardly see, but there's a little white indicator there. I don't know if you can see that or not. You can't see, you can barely make it out there. Alright, so the knob has no position, but this indicator does. And of course the tuning capacitor. There it's at minimum capacitance. You see the plates are entirely unmeshed. And here we remesh them. So I'm tuning it lower in frequency. Now, there is a dial cord schematic, believe it or not. Here's the shaft with the knob on the end of it. The cord goes, these are little stationary pins. The cord goes around one way or another. And either wraps or unwraps on this dial, on this drum, moving that pointer horizontally. And when I go to move this chassis, I'm going to screw up that. I'm going to screw up this dial cord. So this rotating drum is held on with a screw, apparently into the shaft of this capacitor. I'm not sure what indexes that. So what I'm going to do is close the capacitor. I'm going to take a magic marker. I'm going to mark this dial. And I'm going to put a black mark on this chassis. So these 2 black marks should line up in the event there's no keyway or whatever. Okay, the end of the shaft is flatted. See that oval washer? So that's good. If this thing just lays here, the dial cord does not come loose. There's a screw here, a locating pin here, and here, and connectors here. Oh, there's a ground connector. Okay, the radio lifts free.